Summary. There are 12 chapters in Lord of the Flies, but they are easier to remember if you group them into 3 parts. Part 1, chapters 1 and 2, Restarting Civilization. Lord of the Flies opens with Ralph making his way through the jungle, where he soon meets another boy, Piggy. The plane they were on has crash-landed, apparently shot down during an unnamed but probably cataclysmic battle. Before crashing, Piggy heard their pilot say something about atomic bombs and everyone being dead. But other boys who have also survived the landing are now stranded on the island. Ralph blows a shell that Piggy had found, calling all the stranded boys together. As the boys assemble and introduce themselves, Ralph begins to take charge. Ralph and 2 new members of the group, Jack and Simon, explore the island for the pure fun of it, pushing over rocks the size of cars to watch them tumble through the jungle. In Chapter 2, a few clear roles emerge, indicating tensions to come. Ralph is now the official leader, and he tries to set up a more functional society. The conch shell he blew to call the boys together becomes a symbol of democracy. If you hold it, you get to speak. An army is also assembled for hunting, and Ralph convinces the boys that if they want to get rescued, they have to start a fire, which they do using Piggy's thick glasses. The younger boys are grouped as little uns, and the older boys, big uns. Piggy is Ralph's counselor, the voice of reason and responsibility. Jack is the main challenger to Ralph's authority. As for the little uns, they barely listen at all because they are scared of the beastie, a creature that may or may not be lurking in the jungle. Part 2, chapters 3 to 11, Things Fall Apart. This is the bulk of the book, and it demonstrates the disintegration of civilization. In Chapter 3, Ralph and Jack argue about what should be done. Ralph is angry over how slowly the shelters are getting built. In Chapter 4, the split between big uns and little uns turns violent, as Roger throws stones at a little un. Jack steps towards savagery by starting to paint his body with clay. Jack takes some of the boys hunting. They kill a pig, which gets them meat, but they let the fire go out just when Ralph has seen a ship in the distance. Ralph calls a meeting in Chapter 5 and lectures everyone for letting the fire go out. He also addresses the little un's fear of the beast, but not successfully. They argue, and it moves into a heated debate about civilization. Ralph stands for following the rules. Jack says they don't need rules because they are strong. The boys chant and dance. There are rumors of a beast moving through the jungle, and one boy screams in fear. Things keep coming apart in Chapter 6, with Jack pushing at Ralph's authority and the boys telling scarier stories about the beast. During the hunt in Chapter 7, killing a wild pig leads the boys further toward savagery. They dance around and pretend to kill one of the boys. In Chapter 8, the group splits. A bunch of boys follow Jack, hunting and then painting themselves with the blood from the pig. Ralph and Piggy and a few others keep tending the fire, until Jack and his pack raid them. Off on his own, Simon has a prophetic vision where the beast speaks to him, calling itself the Lord of the Flies. In Chapter 9, the first tragedy happens. The boys are having a wild party, eating meat from the hunt. Jack and Ralph are once again arguing about how their community should be run. Jack whips the boys into a frenzied ritual dance. Simon stumbles into the gathering and the boys kill him, chanting, "Kill the beast, cut his throat." In Chapter 10, Ralph, Piggy, and the remnants of their band are trying to make sense of Simon's death when Jack and his hunters raid them again. Ralph's gang is so startled they end up fighting one another, and in the confusion, Jack's group steals Piggy's glasses, giving them control of the fire. Ralph and Piggy confront Jack and his painted warriors about the glasses and their society's direction. Jack and Ralph fight. Then Piggy makes a speech about their 2 possible paths, a civilization with rules, or savagery with hunting and killing. The savages answer by rolling a great stone at him, smashing the conch and civilization forever. Piggy is killed in the process. Part 3, Chapter 12, Rescue and Shame. The book ends with the return of an adult, a sailor who has come to rescue them. At first, he jokes about the boys' island stay as having been fun and games, and is then horrified to learn that 2 kids are dead and that these fine British boys have gone savage.